And breaking late tonight, we learned one home burned in the Sable Palm area of Collier County. Greater Naples Fire says the Greenway fire ignited an RV home. Fire crews say people in Sable Palm, Verona Walk, and Winding Cypress need to stay alert tonight. And to the east of there, smoke is covering Alligator Alley. Check this out. These were the conditions just before sundown on mile marker 85. And earlier today, crews evacuated one home as the flames from the 116th Avenue fire got dangerously close to it in the Picayune Strand. The Nightbeat has live team coverage of the fires across our area and the weather conditions affecting the firefighting efforts tonight. And topping our coverage is the Nightbeat's Chris Grisby in North Fort Myers. Chris.
Good evening, JC. Right back behind me, you can actually see these flames of this fire just spreading out, and you can see that smoke right there.
A nationwide push for gun control. Hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets, marching for their lives. In Parkland, hundreds filled a park just minutes away from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, where a former student gunned down 17 people. Survivors of the Parkland shooting began planning today's rally just days after the shooting at their school last month. In Week News is Southwest Florida's news leader. Right now, we have news crews on the scene of this massive fire in North Fort Myers. Fire officials tell us this is a mulch fire and it's been burning for hours. In Collier County, we're keeping an eye on multiple fires in the Picayune Strand State Forest. One RV home has been lost to the Gateway fire. And in the 116th Avenue fire, fire crews are telling people to be prepared in case of evacuations overnight.
And Wake News is also the Weather Authority. Meteorologist Zach Malak joining us now for a look at the weather conditions. And it sounds like tomorrow's going to be a little bit better for those fire conditions out there.
Yeah, there's more moisture in the air. But to give you guys a look at what's really going on in Collier County, notice there are 3 fires, being very nice highs in the low to mid 80s.
Zach, thank you. Breaking right now, the road where a pedestrian bridge collapsed, killing 6, is now open. Florida Highway Patrol says the removal of the bridge debris has wrapped up. 6 people died when the bridge under construction collapsed more than a week ago. The intersection is back open tonight after an early morning crash that killed 1 person. This was the scene near McGregor Boulevard and Cypress Lake Drive early this morning. You can see the damage to the sedan right there. Police had to shut down both lanes of McGregor while they investigated the crash. It's unclear what caused the wreck. We do not know the name of the person that was killed. 8 businesses robbed in 26 minutes. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office says 2 people robbed the businesses early Thursday morning. All of them were within a few miles of each other, and these are images from security cameras of those suspects.
Now, from Southwest Florida's news leader, this is Wink News at 11.
The Week News Nightbeat is on fire watch tonight. This is a live look at a mulch fire in North Fort Myers. This is at mile marker 144 off of I-75. Fire officials tell us the fire is expected to burn for weeks because the mountains of mulch there. Now, thankfully, the fire is 100% contained. And Week News has complete coverage of the fire conditions kicking people out of their homes in Collier County tonight. Zach Malak joins us now. Now, Zach, what is the fire danger forecast for tomorrow?
We need to arm our teachers. We need to arm them with pencils, pens, paper, and the money they need. They need that money to support their families and to support themselves before they can support the futures in those classrooms.
The National Rifle Association took to social media this weekend to slam today's rallies. On Facebook, the NRA characterized the movement as a sham organized by, quote, Hollywood elitists and gun-hating billionaires. The post accused the billionaires and elitists of manipulating the young protesters in an effort to, quote, destroy the Second Amendment. A water park and its director of operations are charged for involuntary manslaughter in connection to a 2016 death of a 10-year-old. Caleb Shaw died from a neck injury while riding the world's tallest water slide. The 47-page document alleges both parties knew the Verrect water slide was dangerous, ignored injuries from riders, and covered up the evidence. Park goers don't want the park to shut down, but they do want the slide to go.
I don't think that they should close the whole park just because it is like a place where families go, and maybe just like the best option would be to close that slide down. That way no one else can get hurt.
According to the indictment, the water slide was not properly or fully designed to prevent rafts from going airborne. A pair of thieves take a vintage moped from its owner. Surveillance footage shows from this gas station in Detroit shows how the robbery took place in broad daylight. Kyle Williams says robbers approached him to ask him about his 1994 green and red Tomos moped. Williams says initially the men in the Chrysler 300 were just asking him questions until they pulled out a gun.
And the driver ended up brandishing a gun he showed me, The passenger got out of the car and came around and took the moped and took off on it.
Williams thinks video will show the license plate number of the getaway car. Detroit police are still reviewing that video. And all new tonight, enjoying your retail therapy with a little drink. The city of Edgewater in Colorado just passed an ordinance. Now shoppers can enjoy what's called common consumption.
So common consumption is the ability to take a beverage from one of our liquor license establishments and then walk throughout the common areas or other businesses with Stanley.
Owners say so far the idea has worked out very well. They haven't had any problems with visitors becoming overtly inebriated or out of control.
Wink News is staying on top of the fires in our area. This is a live look at a mulch fire in North Fort Myers on I-75 North near Bayshore Road. Fire officials tell us it is 100% contained, but you can see that crews are still working on the area. They have actually just within the past few minutes brought out bulldozers to clear the area and say that it can continue to burn for several weeks.
In Collier County, we're keeping a watch on multiple fires in the Picayune Strand State Forest. One RV home has been lost in the Greenway fire at the 116th Avenue fire. Crews are telling people to be ready to evacuate overnight. It will stay on top of all of these stories, and make sure you download the Wink News app and look out for some updates there.
And weather much better for tomorrow.
Yeah, and unfortunately the fires that are already burning going to continue to burn, but in terms of the atmosphere, more moisture, hopefully we keep new ones from starting.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for joining us and have a great day.